linguistics. That ain't what we're here for. If you read Ezekiel 36, it shows how he took his name in vain, or how he took his authority in vain. And it went in what we were saying. It was in our action and worship of God. Let's read this last scripture. I know you want to go into the I am that I am, and in Hebrew it ain't no word am. It's be. So the Most High was saying, I be that I be, or I be what I be. That's a first person phrase. If I ask him who's the Father, look him, he the only one that can say I am. You have to say he. When I talk, I'm going to have to say he is. So what you say? That's how you say he. So brother, look, when you say I am that I am, that's the Most High speaking of himself. There is no am or like I was speaking. He's saying I be what I be. So he the only one that can say I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's right. When we speak about him, we will say he is. And that's how you say, that's what Yahweh mean. He is, he was, and he will be.
But you're calling yourself that by saying
you can't say I am and he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Let's get to Psalms 138. Psalm 138.
Y'all, we're gonna close out. We got 1 minute.
Psalm 138.
And 242.
We almost done, bro.
Hey, real quick, y'all listen up. Real quick in 2 Kings chapter 19, verse 2. What it say? When you listen up, y'all listen. In 2 Kings 19, verse 2, it says, and he set Eliakim, which was over the household, and Shebina the scribe, and the elders of the priests covered the sackcloth to Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos. Now when you look up the name Isaiah in the Hebrew concordance, what it says, H, which is Hebrew, 3470, it says, for Isaiah, it says his name is Yeshaya.
That's what they call, that's what
Yeshaya.
they call Christ then.
Isaiah is Yeshaya. So how can he be the second when you call him on Isaiah?
And then 1 Kings 11 as well. 1 Kings 11. I know I'm some of the brothers that do.
You study it, dude.
Hey, 1 Kings 11, verse 29 and 32. Ahaya, check us out. Check us out. Listen.
First Kings 11.
You said Ahaya, check us out. There's a prophet in Israel named Ahaya.
Right. 29?
Yeah, 11. 1 Kings 11, 29 to 32.
All right, 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 29.
What it say?
And it came to pass that when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah, the Shilonite, found him in the way, and he had clad himself with a new garment, and they two were alone in the field.
So what's a prophet that has the same name as God? No way.
He just got a higher. He don't got a higher. Asher higher.
What does Asher mean? That's
his
or
name.
what?
It's just like Judah has a piece of Yah or Yahweh.
What I'm saying, so if you saying Ahaya, Ashur Ahaya, I be what I be. No way. Right? There's a prophet.
His name is I be.
That's a prophet that has
What he's asking,
you were saying no.
what he's asking you is, do you clarify? You actually say it.
Go ahead,
When you actually get ready to say it, with that person being the same name, do you clarify with the same name being the same name? That's semantics, brother. Don't you understand that? If somebody got the same name, if you name somebody the same name that you're saying right now, and somebody say that name, are they praying to
So
that?
so what's the proof you're not calling a prophet and kings? What a
I know we're talking about him.
Hold it down, y'all. What proves you're not calling on the prophet?
That's what he
And
has.
Isaiah.
Hold it down, y'all.
And not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's more than just language. We're trying to get you to see.
That's all it is, bro.
This is in Exodus 3. It says I am that I am. So
Which means what?
Which means what?
Which means what? What does it mean?
Because he knew they was going to get stuck in names. So he just said, I am that I am.
What does that mean? Let's finish this. Psalm 138. We're gonna get together afterwards. Let's finish this up.
And like I say, all we need is 2 scriptures Because if Christ said to take my name in vain, it has to be recorded how you do that.
Yeah.
Not what you say, not what we say, but what the scriptures say, so that that can be called against you on judgment day. So if I've taken the name and let the Lord's name in vain, will Ezekiel 36:16 come up for me, or will it come up for what you say? What's going to come up for me?
Ezekiel 36 goes into how you profane the Lord's name and take his name in vain. It was never in the wisdom. This is what we're trying to get into. Let's finish to do the Psalms. Listen up real quick. Psalms 138, 1 and 2. Remember, he coming with a name nobody knows, but his name is the Word of God. Let's get it. Connected with John chapter 1, at the beginning with the Word was made flesh. But it's all good though, man. You know, it's all good. Doctrine got to be tested.
Right.
Let's
Well,
get it.
to be corrected, you got to give us the right grade, man.
Psalms 138, 1
Psalm 138, verse 1.
Just listen, man.
I will praise thee with my whole heart.
With what?
With my whole heart. Before the gods will I sing praises unto thee. I will worship toward thy holy temple.
Right.
And praise thy name for thy loving kindness.
Oh, the good word name. Come on.
And for thy truth. For thou hast magnified
What does magnify mean?
means to
Enhance, elevate. Thou hast magnified what?
thy word,
Thou what?
thy word
Come on.
above all thy name.
He come in with a name, no man know but his name is the Word, and we go back and say the Word is magnified or exalted above any name you name.
Right.
This is the name where you must call on to be saved. I mean, I know it's the Word. Yeah.
So what is the word?
What's the Word? That's precept. Now let's go to Luke 23, show you how Christ's name is written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. And that's where you get the Jesus from the Greek into the English, from Hebrew, Greek, into English. That's how you get that. Luke 23. Like, you're not going to be able to bring in outside sources to debate the Bible. You got to condemn it with what's in it. That's right. You feel me? If you want to condemn the Bible and certain things that's in the Bible, you got to bring what's in it to condemn it. Right? Anybody can go outside the scripture and bring a book and say, okay, well, that's the name of the devil. Right? But then you got to go into the scripture to prove that the Bible is off. Anybody can do that. You feel me? And then when old boy interviewed the witch himself said, no, that ain't the God we worship. So again, brother, those scriptures got to get answered. Revelation 19, come with a name no one knows. Revelation 3 and 12, if you overcome and keep it to the end, you get a new name. He gonna give you his new name. That's right. Zephaniah 3, after he purged the earth with his fire, then he's gonna restore pure language. Psalms 138, whatever's in the scripture.
Luke 20.
Show me enough when somebody else in there calling out.
Come on, let's finish this. Hey, look, listen, Luke 23, verse 38. Let's finish this, because now we got a problem. Some people say that the name of Christ cannot be transliterated.
That's right.
Meaning written down from one language into another.
That's right.
You claim that. Now, sure, if I was speaking to a Greek and I'm a Hebrew, I could say Yahweh, Yahshua, or Emmanuel, and he could try his best to pronounce it because these are vowels and letters that's not in his language.
That's right.
Right? But future generations of Greeks that have to read about the Savior of Israel, how are they going to read about him in Hebrew letters that they can't read?
That's impossible.
It's impossible. They're going to have to read about, they're going to have to transliterate his name from Hebrew into a Greek language that closely correlates with what they read. So they can read about the works of the Holy Messiah that was crucified in Palestine.
Right.
What
you're saying, we know what you're finna say. What you're finna say is that in any language, they have to call him Yahshua. In Greek, they have to call him Yeshua. In Chinese, they have to call him Yeshua. No, they don't.
Luke 23.
Luke 23. Hold on, bro. Luke 23 and what?
38.
38. And a superscription also was written over him in letters of Greek and Latin and Hebrew. This is the King of the Jews.
Now, the precept with John 19 through 20. It's going to say Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews, written in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. John 19, verse 19 to 20.
John 19.
Verse 19 to 20.
Verse 19. John 19. Verse 19.
And then down here, we don't believe in the Bible's tampered with. Like it says in Psalms 119, verse 140, thy word is very pure from the beginning.
Not considering the
I'm not considering
forefathers.
check this out. The Spirit of the Lord is
know it so well.
It's the text source that I so tampered with. How you know the Bible ain't tampered with?
Pretty good.
How you know the whole Bible ain't tampered with?
John 19.
Say the name right, the instructions as you worship and Verse 19.
John 19.
And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross.
Right.
And the writing was Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews.
Verse 20.
This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was crucified was nigh to the city, and it was written in Hebrew and Greek and Latin.
So Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews, was transliterated in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin at his crucifixion. And that's how you got the word Jesus today. Also to show you it comes from Joshua, you got the prophet. Go to Sirach 46. And it calls Joshua the son of Nun. They call him Jesus, the son of Navi. Showing you his name in Hebrew comes from Joshua. That's where his name comes from. Right? And right there is Sirach 46. Sirach 46 and 1. Yeah, Sirach 46 and 2. Sirach 46 and 1. Showing you from Hebrew into Greek, the name Joshua goes to Jesus.
And that's in the
And Acts 7 and 45. Joshua is called Jesus in Acts 7 and 45. Like Elijah is called Elias in the Matthew.
It's just like y'all saying the prophet was called Yahweh to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saying it was a prophet named Jesus in the Apocrypha, but y'all calling on God the Son Jesus.
It's separation.
I'm calling God Yahweh, and y'all saying it was a prophet named Yahweh. So
no, we're saying we were saying what distinguishes that you're not calling on the prophet and not the God Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That was the point of bringing up that there was a prophet. That was the point of bringing up there was a prophet named Yahweh. Because now that changes the game. What distinguishes that you're not calling on him and not the God?
What you say?
Y'all not calling or have the faith in that prophet Jesus, rather the begotten Son.
You want us to add? Do you want us to do that work?
What distinguishes them?
The commandments and works that
Your works that you do. So who's lost in semantics?
Come on, let's get to Sirach 46.